I've been getting a lot of questions on this series, so I thought I'd pop on here and answer some of them for y'all. The title for this boat says 1957 Lone Star Cabin Cruiser, 18 foot long. It's really hard to find anything online about these boats because they were manufactured before the internet, and I guess a lot of that just got lost over the years. Lone Star was a Texas-based company, and they were manufactured right here in Texas, so I think that's pretty cool. It is a smaller boat. It's only 18 foot long end to end, but that's okay. They made a bigger version of this that was 24 foot. Eventually, we'd like to upgrade to that if we can find one at a good price. I noticed a lot of people saying that $1,200 was ridiculous for this boat, and I get where you're coming from, but you go find this particular boat at any price, and then you negotiate it down to $200 or $300 like people were saying. It's just not going to happen. If it does, good for you. Dual motors. Yes, we talked about that to nauseum, and at the end of the day, we decided that it's just too much weight for this boat. All the weight's already at the back since that's where everything's going to go. The cabin's basically empty, and then basically it would just sink the boat, or pretty close to it, so we pretty much ruled out dual motors for now. We would like to upgrade to a 4-stroke at some point, but for now it's just not in the budget. We've had a lot of good suggestions for names, but we haven't had the right one yet. But I will say for sure it will not be the SS Minnow. We've had a lot cooler names than that. The Silver Bullet, the Chum Bucket, the Tin Can, the Beer Can, the Tuna Missile, and the Gunboat. I've had a lot of people saying, why don't you just do the trailer axle yourself? It's not that hard. And yes, I get it, for a regular trailer axle, it's not a big deal, but this is a special drop-down axle, and it's a little more complicated than just a plug-and-play situation. You'd have to build it yourself, and while we probably could do that, time is money, I just didn't want to tackle it. Also, I can get Trout Tire to do it. They'll put everything marine grade, saltwater rated, new hubs, new bearings, new wheels, the whole 9 yards, and they'll do it at a reasonable price. I don't have to worry about it. Just drop it off and pick it up. So that's a win-win. Aluminum welding. Yes, I'm using an aluminum MIG welder to do the welding on this. I bought an Azuno welder off of Amazon for like $200, bought the wire and some argon. It's a great little machine. The only drawback is you can only weld for about 5 to 10 minutes at a really hot setting until you have to let it cool down. But for what we're doing, it's fine because I'm not needing to weld for hours on end. So there is some waiting around, but it's worth the money and the time. It did take some practice to get a decent weld with it on the aluminum, so make sure you have some plates around if you're going to do it yourself, because you're definitely going to need to do some practice beads before you go weld on your project. I did look into buying a Lincoln or something along those lines. The problem is they run on 220. This Azuno runs on 110, and it has the special silicone inside the welding leads to feed the aluminum wire so it doesn't bind up too bad. So it's set up for aluminum out of the box. It runs on 110, you just plug it into a regular outlet. So for me, that was the winner because I didn't have to do a bunch of extra stuff. The fiberglass boat that came on the old trailer, man, that thing went straight to the dump. It didn't have a title, the fiberglass was peeling, and I can only do one project at a time, and that project just wasn't for me, especially since there was no title. We didn't even attempt to salvage this thing.